at first, you know, we had a group together. We were working together. We were, you know, moving together. We bought property, got a bench, you know, getting all these blueprints. You know, we were moving in unison, right? One day,
Sure.
X comes to me, and is like talking to me privately with and saying he doesn't want to end with the company. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's good to clarify that because I agree because if we never really discussed it in fully. And
Well,
it's
sorry. What does he doesn't want to end with the company? What does that
he
mean?
doesn't want to do he doesn't see his heist group being the company. He doesn't see his end goal in the city of Los Santos being at the company, right?
They wanted to dip.
Sorry?
He wanted to dip out.
Not necessarily dip, but like work together, but make sure that everyone knew, or at least I thought everyone knew that it wasn't forever, right? And I'm like,
So
yeah.
he wants his own family, but he wants like the right under family relationship with the company.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell you, but that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought he wanted, right?
Okay.
And so I'm like, yeah, I agree. It's better to get that clarified, right? Next day,
Sure.
I meet up with everyone at the company. X isn't around yet, and I'm like, yo, listen, it's better it comes from X. He might want to clarify some things, and just know, like, down the line, if the company ever goes sideways, like, I'll make sure that no one gets fucked over, right? And I said that because I was the CFO, and I had the property in my name, or have the property in my name, right?
Sure.
And then when X came around, he came to the meeting and he was like, Marty, what are you talking about? You're making shit up. Da 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 da. All right? And I was like, fuck you, X, because like clearly he's just trying to hide some shit. And I know how X works. I'm not surprised. Right? That's how he kind of was a few years ago. And so he had a plan to do something behind their back at that point, right? And I'm like, okay, well, this is too much of a complication. I used to run a gang. I don't like the politics shit of making a choice where you can never be right or wrong. You know, having to choose between someone that gave me a chance and a bunch of people that I considered hopefully family in the future, right? So I backed up.
Sure.
And I took a few steps back. And it was just a whole bunch of days in a row of X trying to convince me to go to his side, then X not knowing what he wants, and X blaming me for stuff, and me just taking all the heat, and the company somehow being convinced that I wanted to get him raided, right? Like just a whole bunch of shit, right? And
Slow down, wait.
Okay.
Jean-Paul convinced the company that you wanted them raided?
Yeah. Maybe not him particularly, but like at one point, I was accused of trying to get Jean-Paul raided because I agreed to let go of the property and put it in his name, specifically his name.
Why would that make them think you want to raid it?
I don't know, because he's like, he had a gun, you know, like he's reckless, I guess. I didn't really dive in too much into it. It just kind of like let it pass. Like I was also accused of gatekeeping the crowbar because there was one time that OTT called me and I couldn't open the shit for him, but in reality I was hunting down a person because they knew that me, Marty Banks, had a crowbar and they tried robbing me, so I was trying to kill them.
Right.
That's when I borrowed the gun from you, remember?
Sure.
Right? And
I mean, but did you tell them that, or did they just assume it and not talk to you, or what?
so he assumed it and then accused me of it, and then when I clarified it, the next day OTT accused me again, even though I clarified it prior, right? So like, they seem to be pretty easily convinced. I don't know what they talk about in private, but when they talk about things in private, they seem to be convinced to go against my beliefs. And the thing is, I was just trying to be nice, right? So kind of just like, all right, well, you guys do your thing. And then yesterday, I tried making amends, and I said, X, and everyone here at this meeting, I want to say this publicly, like, if this is ever going to work, right, X, if you ever fuck them over or want to do anything sideways to the company and, like, do some malicious thing, do it to me too, right? Because I will be the company, and you will do it to me too. Do not try to get me involved in your plan. Just fuck me over too. And everyone agreed to that. But the thing is, it was pretty hard that day to get into a meeting with them because they were so worried about a fucking computer, right? And I was pissed off because Jean-Paul called me that day and was like, yo, I was about to show you something crazy, but this is a company meeting and you're not part of it, and bye. Hangs up the phone. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's meet up then. I changed the locks on the property and I made them meet up, right? So they were a little upset about that, but we made that deal and everything was crystal clear, okay? 10 minutes later,
What deal? What deal?
that I joined the company back, and X agrees, because they wanted me back. Benji, OTT, Mickey, and Yuno. They were like asking for me back. I'm like, okay, we can make it work, right? As long as X, if you ever fuck them over, you fuck me over too. Because I'm waiting for a day to shoot you in the face. Give me a good reason.
So they all okay, because it sounded like, so they know X wanted to fuck them over.
Yes.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Okay, just the company is made.
Yeah.
You are a bit closer with John Paul than anyone else in the company.
Yeah.
You and Jean Paul and talk about fucking the company over and leaving. You have some sort of a conscience and go to the company and say, look, it is what it is. Me and JP and are dipping. I'm telling you this as a courtesy, because I like you guys. We're dipping. And then as you said that, Jean Paul was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. You're playing dumb, fucking you over and throwing you under the bus, right?
More or less, that's the story. Yeah.
But when you say that, do you say like, all right, fuck this, and you leave anyway?
Where? When?
When you tell everyone that, and John Paul throws you under the bus, do you leave at that moment?
Wait, at what part? I don't get it.
When you tell everyone,
Like that Jean Paul wanted to be malicious or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of just brush it off. Half of the time he doesn't even deny it.
Did you leave at that point, or when did you leave?
Oh, I left the first time when Jean Paul was like, yeah, this guy's making shit up, pointed finger at me and was like, yeah, this guy's making shit up. Like,
so you said fuck you, Jean Paul, and left the company.
Yeah.
Did you like resolve to leave no matter what when you had that convo with him and or did you just leave because you didn't want to be with someone that threw you under the bus?
No. When I first met with and X, I thought the thing was to clarify, right, that we're the company, but we're just a company at the end of the day, and like if there's any sort of like heist that we want to get into and we part ways in that way, like it is what it is, no hard feelings, right? And so when that clarification, go ahead.
Do you think the people in the company are considering everyone their family or some shit?
You think? Wait, sorry, what?
I'm just trying to understand, right? So, was the attitude at the company prior to that convo people thinking it's like a family more than a crew?
No. At one point, they all said that they agreed everyone in the group is there to use each other in some way, like just build off of each other or whatever, right?
Got it. Okay.
Okay, fair enough, right? And once we made that last agreement yesterday, right? I'm like, I thought everything was square or whatever. And then I go to the trailer and meet up with them after a few minutes and get them new keys because I fucked up. It was kind of impulsive and fucked up to just make them lose thousands of dollars on keys. I get them their new keys, and as soon as I step in, X goes, yo, why is he here? Get him out. He doesn't get to reap the benefits and see and touch his computer all of a sudden. So I guess X didn't really listen to the conversation that we were having up there, and he agreed just to go back to his computer. And they're like, yo, Marty, we need some time to talk. And they talked it out, and I get a call from OTT like an hour later, and he's like, yo, listen, the company hasn't earned your trust back. You need to work your way back up and earn the trust back and go get this shit for us. All right? So after explaining to them, after days and days and them not fully understanding, right, that I was doing stuff in their best interest and looking out for them, and they want to just, listen to X and have their story flipped and beliefs flipped after a 5-minute, 10-minute conversation with X, I'm done. All right, I'm not going to no fucking company. All right, I like them all individually. They're very cool people. I would love to, do stuff with them, hang out with them, whatever the fuck they want to do individually. But the company itself, as an entity, fuck that shit. Feel me?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, but it sounds like, is there a leader of the company? Because it sounds like X is.
Yep, the CEO.
So they all listen to X.
Everything he says, that's right.
So if you have a problem with X, there's no fucking point in being there.
Exactly. And currently, I have a problem with that motherfucker.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an awful situation. I mean, I personally, until I'm proven wrong, which from this convo, it sounds like I wouldn't want to anyway. But X is just, you know, in his own interest, right?
Yeah, more or less.
And I can't trust people like that for a lot of things. I fucking just shop cars with him, right? But like having a house and like all that kind of shit, I don't think that's smart to do with a group of people that solely listen to one person.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So here's the thing. I am not dumb, okay? Right now, I have goals that I want to reach in the city and explore and understand better, because Los Santos is much different than I last remember, right? And
Sure.
and working a 9 to 5 by myself, you know, it'll get me by, but I won't be able to accomplish very much being alone. You feel me?
Yeah, you need a whole ass fucking group.
That's right. So that's the thing. I I understand that you have people work for you at the Thieving Guild, but I'm trying to work with you. Not on some family shit, bro. I'm not gonna fucking cut my fucking palm or whatever and share blood with you and join some fucking cult, bro. But I'm trying to work with
Sure.
you. You know?
Yeah. Look, listen, Marty. Like I told you all those years ago, right? You sacrificed a lot for me, and at this point I consider you family, right?
Okay.
And whatever you want to work on with me, sure. I want to auto agree.
Well, I don't have like right now. I don't have anything in mind. I just want to basically be a team. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you what's probably gonna happen with me and my group, right?
Okay.
We're probably going up to Polito.
You live in Polito?
We are probably going to work with Sis and make Polito a whole different place, right?
Okay.